Hello, my dear children. How are you? Welcome to all again in my channel. You all are healthy and fit? Yes? I hope you all are eager to learn this 6th standard science chapter number 1 natural resources air, water and land. Okay? This is a very simple chapter. Now I am going to explain you in detail. Okay? Here the name of our first chapter is Natural Resources, Air, Water and Land. Okay? See, natural resources, air, water and land. So, air, water and land are the three natural resources which are made by nature. Are these three resources are made by man? No. And natural resources means what? The sources which are made by nature or already present in the nature. The sources which are already present in nature or made by nature are called as natural resources. Got it everyone? Yes. So in this chapter we are going to discuss about these three natural resources. Which are the natural resources? That are air, water and land. Okay. Now here you have to observe this picture. Picture number 1.1 spheres of the earth. Okay. See, the topmost layer of the earth is atmosphere. Atmos means air. That's why its name is atmosphere. Then next is hydrosphere. Here hydro means what? Hydro means water. So its name is hydrosphere. And the last one is lithosphere. Here litho means land. That's why its name is lithosphere. Okay. So observe this picture. Observe the picture alongside and answer the questions. Okay. First question is, where do we see the birds? Can you see the birds in the picture? Yes, the birds are present or flying in the air, in the sky near the horizon. See here, these are the birds. Huh? And these birds are flying near the horizon. Means where the sky and the earth meets together, or there is a virtual image formed as the land and the sky are meeting together. Got it? Yes. The next question is, where is the cow grazing? See the cows. The cow is grazing in the meadow. Meadow means what? Meadow is the plain grassland where the cows are grazing the grass. Yes? Now next, locate the trees and the road. Can you observe the road? See here, a small car is shown to you. Now you can see it clearly. Yes, this is a road. And the question is asked to you, locate the trees and the road. Where you can locate the trees? On the land. Right? Where does the river come from? And how does it flows? This is a river. Yes? And where does the river come from? The river comes from the mountains towards the land, right? Where is the aeroplane? See, this is a aeroplane. Okay? See, you can see this aeroplane? Yes. The aeroplane is in the sky, right? Now, Where are the fish seen? See, these are the fishes. Yes, we can see the fish in the water. On what is the sailboat floating? The sailboat, this is the sailboat. The sailboat is floating in water. Very simple questions are asked on this picture. Now everyone got till here. Now we are going to see the next topic, that is natural resources. We have already learned this in the previous standard, means in 5th standard you have learned about the natural resources. Okay, again we are going to recall it. Yes, you can see that some things in the picture are in water, some on the land, and some in the sky, that is in the air. Yes, thus all things on the earth are associated with water, with air, water and land. Means the in the above picture we have seen some things. Yes, some things are in water, some on the land and some in the sky. On the basis of this, we are going to divide that things are associated with air, water and land, right? So here air, water and land are called the earth's atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere respectively. Means for air, atmosphere, for water, hydrosphere and for land it is lithosphere. Isn't it? All these three spheres form the earth, right? And on the basis of this air, water and land, the spheres are divided into three parts, that are atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere respectively. Respectively means what? जिस सीरीज से आपको एयर, वाटर और लैंड दिया है उसी सीरीज से आप उनके नाम लिखेंगे. जैसे एयर के लिए एटमॉस्फेयर है, वाटर के लिए हाइड्रोस्फीयर एंड लैंड के लिए लिथोस्फीयर, राइट? Moreover, different living things occupy these three spheres on the land. Means on these three spheres, different living things also present, right? Means that different living things occupy these three spheres of the earth. These living things and the part of the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere which they occupy are together called the biosphere. This is the definition of biosphere. You all have to remember, okay? Means togetherly the living things and the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere are formed together the biosphere, right? Means all the three spheres and whatever living things occupy these three types of spheres are togetherly called as biosphere. Okay, these spheres have formed on the earth naturally. Means all these three spheres naturally formed, means they are nature made. We have learnt all this in the previous standards. Means till here, means now you are in 6th standard, sorry. So till 5th standard you have learnt about these natural resources. Okay, the definition of natural resources is air, water and land are the factors important for sustaining the living world on the earth and for fulfilling their basic needs. They are called natural resources. This is the proper definition of natural resources. Here sustaining means what? The word sustaining means what? Sustaining means to live. Means air, water and land are the factors which are very important for living the living world. Means to live the living world on the earth and for fulfilling their basic needs are called natural resources. Okay. Now see, the atmosphere is the layer of air that surrounds the earth. Here the first topmost layer I show you the and that is atmosphere. So the atmosphere is the layer of air that surrounds the earth. A layer of air is present on the earth and that surrounds the earth's surface. The surface of the earth comprises water and land. And on the surface of the earth, what is present over there? Water and land. That is the hydrosphere and lithosphere. Right? I think you would have understand. Okay? Of these, the hydrosphere occupies a much larger part than the lithosphere, as shown in figure number 1.2 shows the proportion of land and water on the earth's surface. See here in this figure, this is a pie chart. Like this figure is called as pie chart. And here the proportion of land and water is shown to you. Okay. So see, of the total earth, water is present on the earth, that is 71%, and land is present 29% only. Okay. And the sphere of our earth is shown to you over here. Observe these figures. We also look upon these natural components in solid, liquid and gaseous form as resources. As for example, I will tell you how these natural components are present in solid, liquid and gaseous form. For example, water. You can observe water as solid also, liquid also and in gaseous state also. Solid means that is thick or hard. Yes. Which is the solid form of water? That is ice. The liquid form is water and the gaseous form is vapor. Right? In other words, we use them to fulfill our requirements, and we are using all these components to fulfill our requirements. Requirements means our needs. Let us now study all these three components in detail. Okay.